Alright, football fans, buckle up. We've got Luka Modric heading to Milan, Pogba stirring up the market again, Chelsea splashing cash on a new keeper, Joao Felix maybe heading back to Portugal, and Bruno Fernandes making waves about his future at Man United. If you want more content like this, smash that like button. Let's aim for 500 likes on this video. That's my personal fuel to keep delivering the hottest, freshest transfer scoop for you. Don't hold back, your likes keep this channel alive. Now, enough chit-chat. Let's dive straight into the transfer stories lighting up the football world right now. Luka Modric's surprise AC Milan move. Ladies and gentlemen, the football fairy tale you didn't see coming. Luka Modric to AC Milan. Not Inter Miami, not Rangers, and no Al Nassr with Ronaldo. No, the legendary Croatian maestro is set to wear the iconic red and black stripes of the Rossoneri. At 39, Modric proves once again that age is just a number and true class never fades. Who would have thought that after nearly 2 decades of brilliance with Real Madrid, he'd still have the hunger and the ability to compete at the highest level in Europe? Yet here we are, witnessing the ultimate football romance. A lifelong Milan fan finally realizing his dream. Picture this, Modric stepping onto the San Siro pitch, greeted by roaring fans in those legendary colors. Pure magic. For years, it looked like his final chapter would be under the palm trees in Amos or cashing in the Middle East. But Luka isn't done. Not by a long shot. He's ready to lead Milan's rebuilding project and bring back the glory they desperately crave after finishing 8th in Serie A last season. That's a slap in the face for a club of Milan's stature. The deal is reportedly sealed, with the official announcement expected any day now. Modric is chasing a grand finale at the top, with the next World Cup still in sight. What a way to bow out. So, tell me in the comments, how pumped are you to see Modric light up Serie A again? Can he be the leader Milan needs? Joao Felix's rollercoaster career and Benfica return rumors. Now, let's switch gears to Joao Felix. Once hailed as Portugal's next Ronaldo, now arguably one of the game's biggest what-ifs. At 19, he cost as much as a private jet and was the hottest prospect on the planet. Today, the journey has been bumpy, to say the least. Atletico, Chelsea, Barcelona, Milan. Felix has been on a near-constant loan carousel, struggling to find his place. The latest? Benfica, the club where it all began, is reportedly looking to bring him back on loan from Chelsea. Felix himself seems open to it. Pride? Gone. Now it's all about finding meaning, stability, and reigniting that spark. Benfica want to close this deal before the Club World Cup, aiming for a perfect timing boost. But the snag? Money. Chelsea want around £30 million plus bonuses, a huge ask in the Portuguese market. Benfica must decide if betting on a faded star is worth the gamble. At 26, Felix should be at his peak, but constant upheaval has worn him down. Returning home might be his best shot at rebooting his career, or his last chance to prove he's more than just a former wonder kid. What do you think? Could Benfica be the perfect restart for Joao Felix, or is this the final chapter? Drop your thoughts below. Bruno Fernandes refuses Saudi mega offer. Speaking of loyalty, Bruno Fernandes just gave the transfer rumor mill a cold splash of reality. Al Hilal came knocking with an offer that could have made most players' heads spin, nearly £100 million to take Man United's captain to the Middle East. Contract until 2027, sky-high wages, the whole shebang. And Bruno? He said a firm no. That's right, he wants to stay and fight for trophies at Old Trafford. In today's game, where stars chase the biggest paychecks, Bruno's stand is refreshing. He's not just about the money, he's about ambition and legacy. United, on the other hand, aren't desperate to keep him if the right bid arrives. But Fernandes' message is clear, not interested in cashing out for desert gold just yet. If you were Bruno, would you take the Saudi money or stay and battle in the Premier League? Let me know. Chelsea's goalkeeper hunt. Mike Maignan incoming? Chelsea's transfer saga continues, and guess what? They're shaking up the goalkeeping spot. Mike Maignan of AC Milan is the name on everyone's lips. Milan, who missed out on Europe and need funds, may let their star keeper go with just a year left on his contract. Chelsea didn't plan on signing a new keeper, They wanted to give young Kepa or Sanchez a shot, but a world-class option like Milan? You can bet they'll jump at the chance. If this deal happens, Milan becomes Chelsea's undisputed number one, pushing Sanchez back down the pecking order. But will this be the start of a stable rebuild or another chaotic Chelsea transfer frenzy? What do you think? Should Milan be number one, or give Sanchez a chance to prove himself? Paul Pogba's next move, still searching. Paul Pogba's comeback story is still a work in progress. Once the World Cup winning superstar, now sidelined by injuries, bans, and uncertainty. Rumors link him to Saudi Arabia, even Marseille and Monaco. Marseille would be a reunion with Greenwood, but Pogba's wages are a deal-breaker. Monaco is interested but cautious. After 2 years out, is he worth the gamble? The ball's in their court, but nobody's rushing. Pogba wants a contract fit for a star, not a last-minute filler. Would you take a chance on Pogba's talent or pass because of his fitness risks? Discuss below. Tottenham's Heung-Min Son. The Saudi saga begins. Heung-Min Son, Spurs captain and Asian icon, just lifted the Europa League trophy, and already Saudi clubs are circling. His contract expires next summer, and Spurs want to cash in now rather than lose him for free. At 32, Son still has plenty to give and could be a marketing goldmine for the Saudi Pro League. It's the end of an era at Tottenham. One of their greatest ever players may soon be lighting up a completely different league. Would you let Son go for a big fee or try to keep him one last season? Jadon Sancho's roller coaster at Chelsea. And finally, Jadon Sancho's London adventure hits a major bump. After a promising start, 5 goals, 10 assists, Chelsea couldn't agree on wages. Nearly £300,000 per week? The new Chelsea said no way. Sancho's loan got cut short. He's heading back to Manchester United, who want to sell him again. At just 23, Sancho's talent is undeniable, but the wage drama and constant moves have stalled his progress. Where next for Sancho? Is the Premier League done for him? So, football fans, that's your transfer roundup for today. Which story blew your mind? Who's your pick for the biggest move? Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop your hottest takes in the comments. I read every single one. Thanks for watching. More updates coming soon, so stay tuned.